This call
From
is being recorded.
Cheryl from Glenwood.
So glad to have you guys on the line to tell everybody you got high energy, even though they probably um, tired, but you have that energy because of this phenomenal, fantastic 5th year anniversary. I'm going to go on to get out of the way. The lines are muting out slowly, but hit your mute button, guys, please, because it really is muting out very slowly so that we can get the call started. My name is Phyllis Nash. I am your midwife. I've been called midwife a lot this weekend. Hadn't heard that in a while, as well as one of the co-founders. So excited to be here on Monday morning, the first Monday morning after our 5th year anniversary. And oh my goodness, gonna get out of the way before our CEO gets on, our visionary, someone I've known now coming up, oh my goodness, 19 years. Yeah, those years keep on passing. She keeps getting wiser. Met this young lady after quitting. The first day I met her, she had quit her job the day before. Actually, she had fired her boss. How many of you have been able to say fired their boss? Sick and tired of the rat race of corporate America and needing to have more time freedom while building her legend and legacy for her family. Went on to become MVP of 3 companies, had teams of over 33,000 in the industry of not SM, whatever, but social selling, network marketing, pivoted and went back to be a CEO of a cannabis company. One thing about Melissa, cannabis was not on her radar, but her mind is always open to new things. Became the CEO of that company and then turned around and we got started with Wakana, now Akana. And guess what? Just celebrated 5 years. So without further ado, Melissa, are you out there?
Phyllis, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I mean, what a tremendous introduction. I'm sitting here like, wow, I thank you for all that you do. I mean, I really sit and think about when we first met and how once I realized, wow, you're on my team, and with just the connection and how you went on to break records and hit so many different ranks and help people all around the country. Just appreciate all that you do. So proud to be here with you today as co-owners of this awesome and amazing company. And wow, like you said, just getting back from our 5th year anniversary celebration. I mean, I think we're still celebrating, okay? Because it was just so amazing seeing everyone. In fact, there's still some folks there at the EE Center. I know my family had a chance to come in and we were going to just have them stay for a little bit, but it was such an enjoyable experience for them. They stayed a little bit longer, and we'll talk about some of that. But again, guys, I want to welcome all of you to the call today. So many exciting things happened over the weekend. And again, it was so good to see each and every one of you. I know some of you have already gotten back to your hometowns and, your different destinations. And so hopefully everyone had safe travels. But yes, this is officially now, we are past that 5-year mark, okay? And again, we're just truly, truly, truly excited, truly just proud to be in business with each and every one of you. I mean, it was just awesome having it there in our home office. I mean, how cool was that? Single event at the home office. I mean, it was not only that warm and fuzzy feel, but wow, I mean, we really have an awesome home office, right? And so that was awesome. But I want to go ahead and share the meaning of Akana means in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most life-changing products in an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. And also, too, this morning, as I'm doing this call, I really want to focus on this weekend and just some of the things that you should be aware of in the event you did not make it. And if you made it and perhaps you might have missed some of the information, we want to just go over a few items that will help you to really have an awesome, awesome week and an explosive month, because we want to make sure you're aware of all our awesome specials, where our 420 essential specials are still there. And guess what? We had this awesome 25% one day only discount that kicked off on Saturday, okay? That was something we've never done outside of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But guess what? We know we also have this awesome new contest, right? We have our CV retreat, our first retail retreat ever. And we are planning on taking dozens of people with us. We want to take you with us. We are going to be there in Florida. Okay, sunny Florida, having a ball, and it starts with you getting your CV. And so you're going to see more on this going out today. But what you want to make sure you do is take advantage of the fact that this month we're having such disruptive specials, such awesome specials, because it's in celebration of 5 years in business. And so we do 25% on Saturday, and then it was going to go to 20%. Well, guess what? Due to, again, Saturday's always complications, people are telling us, again, you don't always have access to customer service once the events were ended. And then we had our parties. And so a lot of people didn't even get a chance to connect with the customers. And we want you to have that opportunity. So guess what? Today, you better get those orders in. You better connect with those customers, because tomorrow it will go to just 20%. So if you want to get that 25% off, it's still there in effect. Now, the rule is you have to spend a minimum amount to get that. And the minimum amount on that is 100. So you want to make sure you go and get your customers and have them shop and support you, stack up on their favorite products, and enjoy that awesome 25% discount with just a $100 spend, which means you spend 100, it's only 75, okay? And so that is something I really wanted to make sure that you guys heard here first, so that you can get off to the running and we can start seeing who else has qualified with CV. We're going to start listing those names. I know this weekend we already had a couple of you hit that. So congratulations to Nadine and Eugene Delnato. Congratulations to Elizabeth Ann Thompson. They are already, getting their foot in the door, okay? So you put a toe in, and then you put the other toe, and then guess what? Before you know it, you've won the trip. Because every single time you hit the bronze position, when you hit the silver position, you're going to be building up travel points for this awesome. And also, too, not only that, but we also have the opportunity to do the 5 customers who get $50. And that's going to also give you some great things for this month, because this month we're also looking for our top 50. Okay, so finish in the top month, hit that 500 in CV so that you can receive that limited edition that never will be designed again, the special 5-year anniversary Rockstar pendant. And you're going to have a chance to have bragging rights at all the different events, because you achieved that in the anniversary month. So whether you hit the 500 CV or whether you have 5 who get 50, both of those will qualify you for that awesome pendant. Now, as it relates to the details, if you want the specific details on exactly how the contest works, again, you're going to check your email so that you can see more details and you can learn exactly what you need. And what I'm fired up about is when we really think about our company, when we think about the momentum that was created with this company, and we go back to the beginning, one of the biggest areas for growth was CV. I mean, we had, different people, and it was always dozens, sometimes over 100 plus people, sometimes 150 people hitting CV. And that really became something that was a part of the foundation of our success. And talking to experts, what they say is this: what takes you to 1 million to 10 million is also going to be what takes you to 10 million to 100 million when it comes to some of the simplicities of how you create duplication in your system. And our simplicity in Wakana, which is now Akana, CV was always a big part of that. Just getting us back to the beginning in this amazing new rebirth. Because again, this is a rebirth. So you're going to learn or notice a lot of different changes, a lot of different transitions, things that you're wondering, wow, amazing. But during the rebirth, we really wanted to ensure we renewed the energy. We renewed some of the systems and some of the items that we knew was necessary to take you to the next level. We don't want to lose sight of some of the things we understood. Think about some of the top leaders right now in many of these companies. Yeah, you got the pop and drops, right? Those who build those big teams, customers, right? But big teams, and they go out and make tens of thousands, over sometimes six figures a month. But then you look at some of those leaders who have perhaps people on their team. And that might seem like a lot to you, but I'm talking about big, 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 big leaders making big money. But these individuals have not distributors, but 1,700, but 90,000 customers. And because of that, they build this longevity, not only for the company, but more importantly, your own income, right? So your income now is able to generate and go bigger and bigger because you put something in place that's a strong foundation. Because when you really think about it, sometimes distributors might get mad, whether it's something to do with rejection, they just don't like being rejected. Perhaps they're mad with a company decision on direction. And so what happens? Distributors sometimes quit. But think about a customer. What does a customer want? A customer, once they're on a product, sure they're experiencing the same benefits of that product. And so customers tend to be loyal, especially once they've used the product over an extended period of time. It becomes very hard, very difficult to change the behavior of a customer. I'm a perfect example when it comes to Uber. When I first got started doing, when I was being a passenger in Uber, I also went to try to do Lyft. But there was something going on between the phone number that I had for one of my phones and the app for Lyft that I couldn't get it done. They told me I had to go to the phone company because the phone number of one of my phones had literally been assigned to somebody that also had Lyft. And so it was just complicated. I was like, you know what? Keep using Uber, kept using Uber. And even though I'm sure Lyft is probably just as great, maybe it's even better, I don't know. But once I was Uber customer for so long, I just didn't feel comfortable using the Lyft app because I felt like I know what to expect with Uber, right? I know how it works. I know how every little component of it, I understood what I was looking for. And that's what happens with clients. That's why clients will use the same type, sometimes of even toothpaste, okay? The same type of toilet paper for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, because guess what? You get used to what you're doing and you sometimes just don't want to go off track. And so you want to make sure you're following up with your customers, because if it's a new person and they've only bought once or twice, well, guess what? They're not yet cemented in the product. But once a customer has bought product with you month after month after month, you have the opportunity to create a customer for life. And when you really think about the power of that, the power of creating a customer for life, that really creates such momentum for you over time when you keep repeating that. When you think about companies like Mary Kay, when you think about Avon, when you think about Tupperware and Shackley, I mean, these are companies that literally had distributors who created what? Customers. And with Mary Kay, many times that was just the norm. You didn't even often think about recruiting because you got your customers. Same thing in Avon. Avon finally created a network marketing arm, but really they were more just direct sales because it was always about just them having that one Avon rep. And they would go hit those books all around the neighborhood, creating loyal customers. And so imagine what would happen to your business. Became unstoppable if you became consistent, if you got a fire lit under you and you went off to running, and now all of a sudden you started building a pipeline of customers. And not just, again, the one-time customer, but because you're doing the right thing. You're nurturing the relationship. You're following up with them. Then now you create a customer for life. And you repeat that over and over. And now you start recruiting because you're going to learn how to recruit. Recruiting is also fundamental because at some point you need to bring distributors in if your plan is to go to Ruby, to go to Emerald. Yeah, you can hit that like with customers, right? But the reality is, what if there were 10 of you doing exactly what you're doing? See, that's how you start growing that director business. When now not only are you out there creating customers, but you're finding people that want to be on board with you, and they go create those customers. Then they duplicate distributors. Because here's the reality. So many times people feel stuck in a business like this because we feel the only way we can win is recruit, recruit, recruit. And what's so refreshing, and I think what was really a big part of our early momentum when we first started, is people realized even without building a team, perhaps with 20 distributors, we can go to Ruby. We've seen people hit ranks like Ruby with 20 distributors. We've seen people hit ranks like with less than 30, 40 distributors. Why? Because of all the customers. And that now creates a business where the average person can win. And that's why we're super fired up about this season of doing the retail side of our business like no other. That's why we're so excited about building such an attractive business where we have not dozens, but eventually hundreds, and eventually, because imagine when 1,000 people do 500 CV a month. I mean, that's 500 CV alone company-wide. And that's doable because remember what I told you. When we first got started, we created a company where we had over 100 people doing it. And so now what do we need to do? We need to get back into the game of creating dozens and then hundreds and then thousands of CV qualifiers. And we're going to see more diamonds. We're going to see more double diamonds. We're going to see for the first time a 5-star diamond. And it is my belief that will happen this year as we expand internationally, as we take this company not only around the world, but we really prove that we create something that is a legacy company. So I'm super fired up right now. I mean, it is so awesome just being here to witness the fact that, yes, we are among the 1%, the companies that actually make it past 5 years. But to make it to this point and to be debt-free, okay, to make it to this point and to have all of our directors, right, still with us. I mean, that is amazing, which means they're not jumping ship and going from company to company because we've truly created a home. We've created a business where people know that they can win. The average person can win here at Econim. And now with this new retail retreat, with this new focus and revival, this rebirth, this renewal, we're going to see more people hit these ranks than ever before. The contest period for the retail retreat is going to start already. It's in April. So we're already off to the races. Some of you have already qualified for some of those travel points. It's going to continue in May, in June, and July. And then at that point, we'll announce the big grand winners. It is our heart's desire, really to take dozens of people, at least 50 people with us to Florida. I mean, we know that's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. The details on that trip are coming out soon. So again, stay tuned. You're going to notice some emails coming from Dr. Raj, really keeping you abreast of what's going on. When we think about this conference this week, I know you're going to hear some exciting people who are excited and fired up about it. For those of you who missed it, and to explain it, it's sort of like trying to give a haircut over the phone. You had to be there to see it, but check out Facebook because I know many of you have video action so that you can at least see some of what happened. I know on Thursday night, just to kind of give a quick recap now, we had the awesome and amazing welcome reception, and it was a Dubai theme. And wow, if you've ever been to our headquarters, transform the facility into something that you could really see in somewhere like Dubai, to have that amazing Mediterranean food that was prepared by the private chef, Sherman Reynolds, who we flew in from Atlanta. And I'm telling you what, he is among the best of the best. But earlier that day, our diamonds had a chance to be lavished, had a chance to be drenched in royalty, because that's what they deserve. That's what you deserve. And so we had an amazing brunch for our diamonds, where they had things like lamb chops for those who can do that, salmon. We had vegan options. We had breakfast options. It was everything from, lunch and breakfast and dinner all in one, because it was a brunch unlike anything you've experienced. I mean, it was awesome. We had a chance to fellowship together. We had fun together. They had mimosas And it was just a great time being there with our diamond leaders celebrating our 5th-year anniversary. And then on Friday, oh my goodness, phenomenal leaders who took stage shut it down. Awesome. The comments that I'm getting back from the Friday training, mind blowing. One of the favorite components of a conference is when you get a chance to see the heart and the soul of the people who are really out there getting it done. When you can have a chance to talk peer to peer and they can see exactly what you're doing to take it to the top. And you had such a variety of awesome subjects. I mean, I know many of you were just so blown away. I think the whole audience blown away by the quality of the content, the quality of the speakers. I mean, you just make me so proud. I mean, I'm literally just so filled this morning, knowing where we started and where we're at today, to know that we can have so many of our leaders take that stage and just pour into the field to make sure everyone left there with exactly what they needed. And then, of course, Friday night, for those of you who finished in the Elite 8, we had a chance to have an amazing fellowship with our diamonds. We had the very first infused dinner, an energy-infused dinner there at our Energy Enhancement Center. We had a chance to transform the place, put the table in, take out the chairs, and put the blue lights everywhere. And then we had our same private chef, Sherman Reynolds, came in and just knocked it out the park. I mean, the food, whether it was the shrimp, the fish, okay? I mean, the salad, the pastas. I mean, oh my goodness, that food was awesome. And so again, thank you, Chef Sherman, and thank you for everyone who attended to make that event so special. It was so nice, right? Just being there to relax, to have a chance to catch up, and have a chance to be there with each and every one of you. And then we had our event on Saturday, General Session. That's really a chance for you to see and learn a little bit more about the products, the company, to meet some of the corporate team, to meet many of our medical advisory board members, to see any new videos, any new updates. And so all of that happened on Saturday, and it was really, really powerful, to get the feedback. I know you guys kind of broke the internet on some of those products, right? I mean, we had just such epic sales on Saturday. I mean, it just exploded. And so I know many of you probably have already qualified for some of that CV. I'm sure when we check that list, you might already be on it, because we've seen just, again, record sales over the weekend. And today it's going to continue, because this is now your final opportunity, okay, until November. I mean, you can do it now or you can just wait till November, but it's your final opportunity to take 25% off. And also, too, whether it's the pain cream, whether it's the gummies, those products, right? Pain creams, gummies, or pre-roll. That's it. Don't put any other product on there. Pain creams, gummies, pre-roll, and tinctures. I'm sorry, we had to add tinctures. Any of those 3 products, guys, when you buy 3 of those, if you do it today, we're also going to make the 4th one free, okay? And so that's, again, in honor of the fact we've had such an explosive weekend, and we want each and every one of you to make your dreams come true. We want to see you with us in Florida and experience you as we lavish our leaders, in luxury there in Florida. Will be announced next week. We're still working on picking and selecting the venue. We've had a few we've had a chance to look at. So all I can tell you is be prepared to be blown away. Make sure you start qualifying and doing everything you can to close out numbers today with the exciting opportunity to buy 3, get the 4th free again on pre-rolls, pain cream, gummies, and tinctures, okay? Those are the 4 products that you can do that, and that's happening today with the 25% off. But to get the 25% off, you must spend at least $100, okay? And so with that being said, oh my goodness, this is going to be such an exciting week, as I'm sure you're going to hear from leaders about the conference and how it took us to the next level already just that quick, because we're feeling the energy of this new protein, of the endocalyx. I mean, so many things happened this weekend that's going to take your business in a new trajectory. And so with that being said, we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top, and I want each and every one of you to have an Akana day, and let's have an explosive month as we shoot and aim for the contest and being there with us in Florida.